Hello, everyone. Welcome to Season 2, Session 1 of Journey from Cave. I'm your GM, Joe, and I'm joined with Skullie as Oga, Aaron as Qeela, Nolan as Zoc, Josie as Tuga, MJ as Hoku, and Hale as Nala. If you're tuning in for the first time, we are using a reskin of Never Stop Blowing Up, where our skills are Think, Hunt, Grunt, Club, Flee, Mate, and Fire. Our family has just arrived at the stone archway of a village, though they don't know that that's what it's called, and have been greeted by the Chief Boren. But, Qeela, that song. When a home sits alone, only one flickering flame can fill up the space that's left. You hear the first two verses of a song that Agoka made up when you were with them, detailing how fire had left them. A song that you had always assumed was a lament for the loss of fire, which you didn't know what that was for the longest time. But now you're entranced and locked into this melody as your family begins to talk with Boren. You hear two new verses that you had never heard before. In her place she sent a new fire I found, one that keeps me so wonderfully warm. My new fire keeps me under flame, under wing. I was lonely, but love can transform. Your heart feels that familiar pang as you realize that these new verses are what Agoka wrote about you entering their life. So I know that my fire won't leave, and she'll never be taken away. I will lie with my fire each night, and burn with my love till doomsday. What's going through Qeela's mind as you hear that melody come to an end?
I am always the most confrontational motherfucker in the room. Silence. Looking around. Who's singing this? Where is it?
It doesn't seem like the song is coming from one spot or one person. It seems like there's a group of people singing somewhere deeper into the village. And as you're standing stiff as a board, just frozen, listening, Boren, the chief of village, is talking to the rest of you. And he said, I'm Boren, welcome to village. And he says, we saw you all coming from a distance, or you've traveled a long way to see us, it seems.
A very long way. Yeah.
I can't tell you how long it's been.
What village are you all coming from?
Village? What's village?
We came from Cave.
Oh.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yes, excellent. We've gotten a few visitors from caves in the past. Well, please come in, get off your feet. We're happy to welcome you in and to show you what village is all about. And what do you need? Are any of you hurt, hungry, tired?
Why?
That's what we do. Village is, well, it's like a cave. It's like if several caves all just lived in one place together, and we take care of each other because it's easier to survive if there's a lot of people helping each other rather than each family doing it on their own.
talk to other families?
Yes, we all live together.
Yeah, I think Oka hears Zoc grunt, and like they exchange a look of like, what the fuck is
for
this?
sure. Yeah. Zoc's like trying to get his family behind him.
No, I'm old enough. I can talk to them, Dad. We've never got to talk to other families. I met one other family my whole life. It's just been us.
Well, the good news is
Well-
that
Oh, please, no, I hate to interrupt you first.
the good news is that the best thing about Village is that you're never alone, and we all just want to find other families that are struggling and come together and to make what's already a really hard existence a little bit easier. I mean, we have plenty of children and young people, Winston, Ala, Hoku, people that are just reaching into adulthood, trying to come into their own, to Hoku. Parents, gesturing to Tuga and Zoc. Plenty of circles for our venerable elders and for mothers, and the men spend time together and they hunt and they take care of the village, and the women help to keep things running here, and we all work together instead of one mother and one father and whomever else might be in a family. It's we all take on distinct roles to take care of everybody, not just your own families.
Well, as you can see, my
Will-
daughter-in-law is very, very pregnant and is looking to put her feet up, so if you could perhaps part so she may lay down, that would be much appreciated.
That actually
We're going in there?
Well, you heard him. There's a lot of great ideas. There's nothing wrong with at least staying for a little while.
You guys can see
I wanna
that
stay.
smoke column of fire behind. Exactly, somewhere in the center of Village. That's been the same one that you guys saw when Cave started to get sick and started to head towards, that you thought signified a new cave. You see what you now know is like a plume of fire back behind there. Or smoke, rather. And you see Warren says, absolutely, yes, absolutely. Well, come on in. I'll give you the briefest of tours, and then I'll have someone show you down to river. I'm sure that you all want to get cleaned up and rest and get off your feet for a while, and we can talk all about the adjustment and everything else after that. But here, come with me. Can I help? Can I help carry anything, or?
We're good.
Yeah, no.
I think Tuga probably just kind of scoots up beside Zoc and just kind of like intertwines her fingers with his and kind of uses him as a support.
He starts
Zoc fully picks her up. He's carrying her. Bridal style.
Cute.
I'm with the girls.
I'm with the girls.
I'm with the girls.
I think
Oh,
Oga
shit.
will probably
I'm
head to the
side.
front. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm side-eyeing Qeela, and I move from next to Qeela to the other side of Nala.
Yeah.
Nala's
Oga's-
just running forward. She's already on her way in. She's gone.
Mom, grab her.
Yeah, what rolls do we have to make to grab this?
Yeah, I think
leech kid?
Oga's like, fine, let her get into trouble and have her come crawling back to us. But at the wish of her dear son, who is going through it. What roll can I make to try to grab her?
Nala, give me flee, and Oga, give me. Do you want to do hunt?
Yeah, I'll take hunt. Shit.
May I as well?
Good luck, Nala.
17, bitch.
Whoa.
Two.
What do you have in hunt? You have a 20 in hunt?
I have a 20 in hunt.
Hey, it doesn't matter. She got a 2.
I'm gonna be
Olga,
hunting.
what does it
I
look like
rolled
if
a
you
1
catch?
in hunt. I rolled a 1.
I think it's just
You're
like
Lose my
a.
mind.
I think it's just like a grabbing by the back of the collar, like the scruff a little bit of like a. Oh, where do you think you're going? You're staying right here with us until we have a better idea of what this place is. And
One
what
of
they
the
might
pelts
want
she
from
has
us.
has like a tail on it still.
Yeah, just like a leash, a mini leash.
There'll be plenty of time for exploring later, Nala. Just be patient.
We're going in there anyway.
I know, but we're going in together.
We're still supposed to stick together, even if we're in it's a new place. We're not gonna split apart in a new place. What if you get lost?
You'll find me.
I almost didn't find you before, Ala.
You always find me, Hoku.
Nala's dangling upside down by the ankle from Olga's arm while she's saying this. You always find me.
This old woman just like grabbing.
You
this
guys walk
monkey of
in.
a child.
Olga, if you're standing up near Boren, you said you're up near the front.
Yeah.
If Qeela's back, trying to stand near Hoku, and then Zoc and Tuga taking up the back, as Boren is walking forward. He's around the same age as Olga, maybe a little bit older, and is just showing you guys as you walk by. You see these, what we know are like mud huts, right? It's homes made out of, mud, like straight. I think you guys would know from looking at it that it's just mud that's been formed into bricks and then hardened. And they're each probably like, 6 by 6. Like, they're not big, they're not tall, they're just tall enough to like probably kneel over in, but they're really just meant for sleeping. Walks past several of them lined up and walking past, and he goes, and what was your name again?
Olga.
Olga. And is this your grandbaby that you're
Yes, I suppose she's mine, though as each day passes, I am less and less sure.
No, I am a baby. It's okay.
each oh, that's so cute. He's like, yes, my grandchildren, they make these old tired bones run for it as well. Oh, I'm doing your accent. Sorry, I was copying you. He doesn't copy you. Yes, my grandchildren make me run for it as well. Well, nice to meet you, Olga. We're coming up here on the mud huts. Oh, actually, and he stops and turns to look at all of you following him. How many do you guys think that you would want? We can go ahead and get started on them while you're bathing. Even if you're just here for a few nights, you'd need somewhere to sleep. How many do you think you would need?
1.
What do you mean? How many?
Yeah, just 1.
We stick together.
Oh.
2.
No, I'm sorry. We really can't make them any bigger than this. And you guys look at one of them and you see that like you could probably squeeze 3 of you in one, but they're pretty small.
Is that even safe? Like that? What if a boulder falls on that? That's.
Well,
It
there's
also
no.
makes
to
a
insult you,
good
but-
point. It looks structurally unsound.
I can have my own place.
No.
Well, we don't allow children to have. We would put you with your mother and father, but
We can
no.
have
I mean,
2.
I could 2. I could do. If you wanted my opinion, I'd say probably I'd put. Sorry, what was everybody's name again?
I'm Hoku.
Was there like a vacant overhang nearby we can hide under, or?
That would be Qeela. I'm Tuga.
I'm Nala.
Don't stop, guys.
He's Zoc.
And this is Zoc.
Nice to meet you. I would probably put Mom and Dad and Nala into one, and for the 3 adults, you could each have your own, I guess, if you wanted to do it like that. We try to keep, we want the
I can
children
stay
with
with
parents.
Grandma.
3
Qeela can
adults?
have her own.
I want to stay with Hoku.
Yeah, sorry. Hoku, Qeela, and Olga, the 3 adults.
Yeah, Dad, I'm an adult.
Yeah, Olga's gonna look to Zoc and see how he wants to handle this.
This is the first time he's like even considering Hoku. Like, this is his baby. He's like, there's 2 adults here. There's 2 adults. She can stay with her grandmother or her aunt.
No, I'm not staying with Qeela.
Okay, she can stay with her grandmother.
We'll take 2. I'll figure myself out.
I'll let you guys discuss that. Anyway, and he gives you a very, very brief tour. There are animal pens. There's a horse here. There's a box of like bees. There's a few cows, a few chickens that they're keeping in like very primitive, domesticated pens. There's also a huge garden where they grow foods in these like scary straight rows. And he's like, I can show you guys more specifically later, once we know, how long you'll be staying and what kind of job you might want to have. But that's our
What's
garden.
job?
And it would be like how in a cave you might split up and take turns hunting or take turns gathering or that kind of thing. We do that kind of thing here.
I want a job.
You will have a very special job, which is that you go to school.
What's school?
We put all the children into one building with a few adults to watch them, and they learn
That sounds
life
like a
skills.
bad idea.
It sounds like a
You
terrible
made a
idea.
torture chamber for the rest of the children? I mean,
No,
is that what
they
you've made torture?
they get to run
Only
away.
Only a couple grown-ups with a bunch of kids. Nala climbed a tree and fell out of it earlier today.
Well, they learn how to play and climb safely and to not stray from village and to help the adults with what they're doing and that kind of thing.
Do you want to see
Oh,
the
and
cut I
actually-
got from the tree?
Here's the nursery now, and points to this like wooden. It kind of looks like a gazebo, but it's made out of rocks and bamboo and that kind of thing. And you can see that there's like a few women in there holding several babies, and there's toddlers and children playing on the ground. Keep going. We have our medicine hut, of course. Shows a hut where there's crazy looking medicine man grinding up herbs and stuff. Other than that, we have a hunting group that goes out and they're exploring and they do all the manual labor building, they hunt. We also have the art hut. That's where we do just kind of, our clothes are made there. You guys actually notice while he's talking that he's not wearing animal skin. It's softer to what our players would know as textiles and like woven cloth. He's like, the art hut, that's where our clothes are made. It's where we would make, art just for enjoyment, pottery, and that's where storytelling happens. They will do stories.
Like cave
and-
paintings?
Yeah, exactly, like cave paintings, but this kind you can just carry around with you.
Why?
Just for
Because it's awesome, Dad.
That would be heavy to carry.
you wouldn't carry it with you all the time. You'd probably put it in your mud hut and just
Why?
keep it there.
I want to see that.
You just take us like the most direct route to the river because you keep stopping and talking.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What did my partner came home and didn't have any fucking keys. What did I miss anything?
What was the last thing you heard? And I'll make-
Nursery.
Medicine hut.
There were men hunting, exploring, building. There's also an art hut where storytelling happens. That's where spiritual guidance would be. art, clothes, games, that kind of thing, entertainment, stuff that's frivolous and not for survival.
Okay. That's where I came back in. Sorry, what was immediately before that? I'm so sorry.
Straight from. You didn't miss anything.
Okay, great.
And then as you guys are, you can see the river in the distance. As you're covering up, he goes, and I'm the chief. I'm in charge around here, but we also have a council of members of the village to help guide me on what would be in the best interest of the village. We're thinking about calling it government, but we're not really sure. That's kind of a stupid name.
You're right.
And
That is.
Government? That's dumb.
And then, yeah, so you guys get down to the river, or before you get down to the river, sorry, went backwards on accident. He gets part of the way there, and you hear a woman call out for him. Boren! And he looks over and you see an elderly woman coming out of one of the mud huts, and there's a boy around Hoku's age with them, and you see that he goes, did you all have a family name?
Ugh.
Yep.
Ugh family. This is my wife Alara and my son Kale. We're just 1 second. I'll get someone else to Celine, come here. And he grabs some random girl that's around Hoku's age and calls her over. Can you show them to the river? I need to help my family with something. And Boren.
You can just point. That's fine.
And you see that your tour guide Celine walks up. Girl around Hoku's age, pale skin, blonde braids that are so blonde they're white, braided down over either shoulder. And she comes up and she's like, "Hey guys, I'm Celine. Are you new to village?"
We're passing through.
We just got here. No, we're gonna stay here.
That is undecided.
Yeah, we haven't.
It is decided. We're gonna stay.
It is not decided.
Hoku.
I'm staying.
You two do not decide for the family.
I'm an adult. I can decide for myself.
You're an
Y'all
adult
can
when
stay
I
with me.
say you're an adult.
Sure.
I'm
Hi,
so
I'm Hoku.
sorry. I'm so sorry. Nice to meet you. I'm Tuga.
Hey, awesome, Tuga. And what was your name? And looks at Hoku.
The name's none of your
Hoku.
business.
I'm Hoku. Hoku Ugh.
I'm Celine. Nice to meet you.
Sweet.
Awesome. Well, I've lived in village for like ever, so if you guys need anything, let me know. But I'll show you where the river is, and you guys can just kind of clean up and relax and talk and stuff. So, yeah, this way. And you guys keep walking and go over the edge of the bank here. Shows you to river. Looks like a regular river. And just kind of, again, tells you, like, my name is Celine. I'll just wait on the other side of the bank, and I can show you guys back to Boren when you're all done. So she goes over the bank, and you guys are alone.
I like it here.
I think
It
you need
feels
to stop
incredibly
being so
dangerous here.
loose with our information.
Null's already in the water.
I'm gonna turn and hug my kids. I'm gonna hug Zoc and Qeela and just like bring them in really close.
So uncomfortable.
Yeah, like really like one of those hugs where like you don't know if you're supposed to hug. Your hands are just kind of up.
Just like a gentle,
Like-
half-hearted pat on the back.
Yeah, just like like almost on the verge of tears of like, I am so proud. You have taken everything that I've taught you into account and are prickly and wary of new things.
Speaking of that, when did we stop doing the checklist? When did that fall out of routine?
Both of you realize, and I just want you to take a second and think about this. Both of you realize that Oga is saying, "Thank God, you've turned out exactly like me."
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm
about
so
that right
proud of
now.
you for being
I refuse
scared.
to
am
think
so-
about that.
I
Yeah,
am so
no, that's-
proud that you have continued to take into account the safety of this family and are not blinded by
Qeela.
shiny things.
And Qeela, you remember, and Zoc too, because Dad said this all the time. You remember Brug's philosophy on go into the world with your hands spread wide, and your mother and I will deal with whatever falls through. Do with what you please. But that's what your mother says to you, and that's what you remember in this moment.
Listen, I would not sleep under dirt. That's gross. Alright, first of all, yeah, that's gross. Second of all, if someone stands on that, it's gonna fall in.
I agree. It is very poorly
We
built.
chose cave for a reason.
Maybe it's time
Now listen,
to
I don't-
move on.
How
Maybe
long
we don't
are
have
we
to
gonna do
follow
this
the
for?
old ways all the time.
She'll say in
Qeela's
it.
just dropped her arms in the hug and is just like, listen, alright? Cave was fine for quite a while. I'm sure if you really want to be by a village, there'll be cave by another village.
Hoku is standing right outside the hug.
We don't have to follow the old ways all the time. Maybe we can learn some new ways.
Okay, well, we'll discuss that, but for right now, Cave kept us safe.
You didn't
Dirt has
keep
yet
us
to.
safe. You lied to us. So I don't really
said
think your
Cave,
opinion
not
should count
I've.
here. Okay. Well, I am going to go clean up, and then I am going to go and see what village has to offer, since I am an
You are not
adult
going
who can
anywhere
make
without your
my
family.
own decisions.
Let's
I'll
just
take Nala.
focus on one thing at a time.
While you guys, Hoku and Dad Qeela, Oga are arguing, Tuga, I think you're half listening to that and half watching Nala swim to make sure she doesn't die. And you hear, oh, jeez, from upstream a little bit as you turn your head to look at the noise while everyone else is arguing. You see a woman trying to wrestle two children that are both around Nala's age, trying to make them bathe. She has a baby strapped to her chest, and she is struggling, to keep both of these kids from killing each other or drowning or going downstream. And as you hear her exclaim, you turn your head and you see that the younger of the two children slips from her grip and begins to drift downstream.
Help is on the way!
Help is on the way, dude! And drifting downstream towards you. And she goes,
So the kid made it to me. I didn't know. I was so scared I was gonna have to be save the kid from drowning. Okay, first trip to village, kid dies. Okay, anyways, that's good.
No. The kid, it's not like whitewater, but the kid is drifting and she's not fast enough, and there's a baby on her, and yeah.
All right. Well, I think that she'll definitely scoop her up best she can and says, "Well, we have to work on that swimming practice now, don't we?"
Yeah.
There. You're all right.
The woman,
I caught one of your munchkins here for you.
one of the kids, or not the kids, the woman scoops up her other son and starts wading downstream. I am so sorry. It is so hard to keep track of three in the river. My husband got called into an emergency leadership meeting. Apparently there's a new family that moved into village. But thank you so much. I am so sorry about that. I don't think we've met.
Zoc's down the river a little bit. He's like, "That's undecided."
I don't think we've met yet.
Oh, well, I guess that we might be the new family you're talking about, although we just got here, so no promises, but nice to meet you. I'm Tuga. Who might this be?
Oh, yes, you're holding, hear you. And she picks up this kid's probably around Nala's age, and picks up the kid by the arm, tosses him onto a rock, and goes, I'm Xena. I'm Xena Quiz. It's nice to meet you. And she kind of gives you a handshake. And he goes, okay, my husband is Gron. He's on the council, but he's normally here for river time. But anyway, yes, this is He's my youngest, or I guess my middle now. Points to the baby on her chest. And this is points to the older kid that's walking next to her, a little bit older than Nala, but not as old as Hoku. And then this is what's just a little over a moon old. So yeah, and Tuga, is this your family?
Yes, the one over there is Zoc. Nala is there. Keep an eye on her,
Spread
Zoc.
out on her back as
Yeah.
she's laying in the water.
No, Nala, careful. Zoc, keep an eye on her. And then
Stands up and goes over and starts swimming again with Nala. And
then we got Qeela, we got Oga, and we've got Hoku.
Wow, and these two are yours?
Yes, and as you can tell, a third one on the way.
Hey, how exciting! Wow. Yes, Watt's only been here recently, so just recently been through that rodeo, but rodeo.
What's a rodeo?
Just recently been through
Teacher
that.
said a bad word.
Just recently been through that, but yeah, I definitely know where you're at, and I can say the school, the childcare is great here. You'll love it. If you need anything, we're in the mud hut all the way on the right. So.
Well, great. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, you just got here. I mean, is there any questions I can answer yet, or?
No. Just never know. Go away.
Excuse him. We just got here. He's a little tired.
I see that. Okay. Well, I'm gonna stop. Don't do that. And we shift our perspective ever so slightly. Nala, this little boy comes over to you, about your age, and a moment later, the older kid comes up, probably a year or two older than you, a year, whatever that is, and and come over to you, and are just like, whoa, you're cool. You're new at Village. You haven't been here before.
Hello, I'm Nala.
Cool. I'm Han. This
Just
is We're brothers.
Those are weird names.
My dad made them up.
I think my mom made my name up.
Okay, well, I'll bet my name was even more made up than yours.
Okay. I bet I could swim better than you.
Nuh-uh. And you guys start to swim,
Wanna
laugh.
play mermaids?
And Nala, you actually beat both boys to the bank. And as you do, they both kind of dude, you're such a fast swimmer.
I
How do you
told
do that?
I just go. You should work on going.
You teach us to swim as fast as you do?
I can try. You think you can do it?
They kind of look at each other and they go, yeah.
Okay.
And the three of them start to do whatever Nala says to just whatever to learn how to swim best. And yeah, unless you have any other questions for Xena, she kind of calls the kids back to her. The baby in her, that's wrapped with cloth against her chest is tiny. She mentioned less than a moon ago this baby came. But yeah, she's gonna start grabbing her kids.
I think that before she goes, Nala, Qeela, oh my god. Tuga's gonna ask her a question. Just gonna be like, oh, obviously you have your hands full, so I won't keep you long, but how did you make that? What is that?
Oh yeah, so it's made out of cloth, and they make it in the art hut. But I have extra if you just want to have one for the baby.
Oh, if it's okay, if you don't mind losing it, I mean, we can give you something, I'm sure, in exchange.
Please, no, we're neighbors. Not a problem. This is what we do in village. We help each other out. And I can show you how to tie it once I get it. I'll go get it. Just swing by later. Or if you want to, after I could show once you guys are finished hanging out, relaxing here. I could show you where the kids get taken care of. You could just see what it looks like, and I could get you a baby wrap.
And she kind of looks to Zoc, and then she's like, yeah, that would be great. Zoc can come too.
Perfect. Yeah. Grom should be done pretty soon too, so Zoc can meet him. So, yeah. Well, let me grab these two monsters and get out of your way so you guys can enjoy River. But it was nice to meet you, Tuga.
It was nice to meet you, Xena. Thank you so much.
Come on! And they both go like, we'll see you later. And we're gonna learn how to swim. And then they zip off. And the quiz family leaves.
I despise how familiar everybody in this village is. They are so close. They ask so many questions. They talk so much.
This is more conversation than I've ever had with a stranger.
It is exhausting. I despise.
I think it's sweet.
I think it's alright.
Well, that's a start. All right is better than, so that's good.
Although they do have a lot of resources available, and they are much too trusting. It is possible we could exploit them for their weaknesses before we find a new cave. This could be good for us.
Absolutely not.
got
Or we
more
could
than they
stay. Or we could stay.
Well,
You guys need to let me gather more information
Yes.
on this
They
family
have-
before
Yeah,
we
we
make,
gotta
or on this village
discuss
before we
this.
make a decision.
It is true.
Nala's just screaming that she's not leaving.
I can make cave paintings that we could take anywhere. But we wouldn't have to lose pieces of cave anymore.
You don't want to go anywhere. You want to stay here.
Hoku, your father has never yelled at you before.
Hoku instantly starts tearing up. I just...
No way. No. Zog immediately is like pulling her closer. He's hugging her. I'm not gonna let my daughter cry in front of me because of something I did. I'm like immediately.
Yeah, make sure you can't see your daughter crying because she's not facing you.
No, but I hug her and I'm like, I'm sorry. This isn't. You can't be so trusting right off the bat. This is a scary new thing.
I don't want to keep running.
Well, there are villages, or I guess they're called villages. I have heard of many stories going way, way back where they secretly gather people and then they eat them. So we got to make sure that this isn't one of those places. Then we shall see.
Tuga, that's a tall tale that you've heard since you were a kid, and there's no proof to back that up.
Yes, and this is surprisingly the 4th time I've heard this story, and it changes every time. So
I've heard that you chop rocks and you berries if you go out collecting berries.
I think that was
Make
specifically.
sure you check
for
your
you.
children's berries.
Listen, my darling. You have been traveling so long. It is time for you to recline. I'm gonna bring Tuga around back to the mud hut so she can lay down.
Okay, so as you guys are preparing to leave River, presumably all together.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm making sure Nala's coming with.
You have to drag me out of that river.
Okay. Hoku will
I
do
can
it.
watch. I think we shouldn't go back. I think anything they have isn't worth anything they could do.
I think it's worth trying. I think we should try, and if they eat us, well, we can try to eat us. Well, we can defend ourselves. We
We
made it this
haven't
far.
even
We
been-
can fight people.
We haven't
All right,
even
well then
been here
before you
half
go
as
back
long
to
yet.
the village, let's all grab the biggest rock we can hold.
I support.
I like that
I
plan.
bet you would
Yes.
love
It's a
that.
good plan.
Huh.
You just said you can defend yourself.
I
You
don't
can take a
need-
stick.
Fine, I'll take a stick. Better than some rock made of lies.
That's the most angsty line I've ever heard in my life.
That's so good.
Better than some rock made of lies.
So you guys,
ask lyrics.
if you guys all start, eventually you wrangle Nala, go up over the bank, and you see that Celine is standing right over the edge of the bank, and that Xena has joined around with her kids now that they're done. And essentially what happens here is that the two of them, Celine and Xena, offer to show you whatever you'd like to see here. So Xena has offered to show Zuga and Doc and Tuga the area where the children would go and this kind of thing. Celine mentioned the art hut, or maybe Hoku did, I don't remember. But Celine is offering, like, she's headed that way. And the two boys from earlier, and Huh, are probably going to follow their mom. So Nala would probably be following Zoc and Tuga as well. And then Qeela and Oga, you get to make your own choice here.
What do you say we gather a little intel?
We need to do some learning.
We could make them think we are as bright-eyed as they would hope us to be. Get them comfortable.
Generally, I'm very hesitant about things, and I think that being overly hesitant is going to come off as unfriendly, and that might make them aggressive towards us. So let's
play.
be friendly.
Let's play.
Where are you guys going? With whom?
Do you want to go to the, council and see what the fuck is going on? See if they're talking about us?
Oh, if there is even an inkling that they might be shit talking about us, I am prepared to snoop and shit talk back.
Yes! Okay, cool. Let's do that.
Okay. Which person are you going with? Or are you going to go off on your own and just see if you can figure it out?
Just me and Qeela.
I think we go with someone and then slowly put more distance between.
Yeah.
Break off.
Yeah.
Okay. So, first, we'll go in stages. First, Zoc, Tuga, Nala. You go with the quiz family, minus Gron. And first takes you to that childcare hut that you saw earlier. And you see, one second. There is... Bruh, please. There's a woman in there who is introduced to you as, her name is being Rena, and they find that very funny that their names rhyme. And her and a couple of older ladies are in there, and they have 6 young children in the childcare room here. Xena has grabbed one of those cloths for Tuga and kind of hands that to her and is like, okay, so how you do it is you, and starts to show her how to tie it a little bit. And yeah, so she shows you what it seems like to you guys that how this child care works is that you would get help, Tuga, if you wanted it when you gave birth to the baby during the period of birth. And then once the baby was born, you would get to stay with the baby for as long as you wanted to, but you would help watch the other babies too, while their moms are doing other things. And then you could stay there forever if you wanted to, if you just wanted to stay with all the babies forever. Or eventually you could decide that you wanted to go and do a different job once the baby was weaned. And you could go do something else, and other moms would watch your babies in addition to theirs. And that's basically how it works. This is for like toddler and under. She also shows you the area. It's not a building, but an area where a teacher would, during the morning, have all of the, like 5 to 13-year-old kids and teaching them life skills, teaching them how to hunt. They help with whatever section of the village needs help. And she just kind of watches their kids all day, right? And yeah, that's what you guys get out of that. Nala, you see like this cool field with plenty of sticks and rocks to play with. And you've been told other children would be there for you to rule over.
There's gonna be so many bugs there. We're gonna have so many new friends, guys.
Yeah, well, this actually seems nice. And then she kind of turns to Zoc to see what his thoughts are.
And Xena will take, like, not far away from you guys, but Nala and the boys are playing, and Xena's a few feet away from you enough that you guys can have a private conversation if needed.
They leave their children with strangers.
Well, I'm not planning on leaving, at least not our newest baby with them.
No, I
but
know.
It would be nice for Nala to.
Honey,
have
you know
kids
I
our age.
would never doubt you. But they seem so comfortable leaving their children with strangers.
Well, I'm not saying
can we
that we
trust people
have
like that?
to. I get it. It is different. But think about how good it would be for Nala and Hoku. Like, I know we just got here. We haven't even been here a full sun yet. But, like, this is great. Like, I mean, I want them to grow up to not only be able to survive, but to be at peace, you know?
Were we not at peace?
No, that's not what I mean. We are, of course, but this is something new and I can already tell they're excited about it.
I fear we're too quick to be charmed by these people.
I haven't met many of them yet, but at least some of them are nice. I'm sure you agree with that.
Niceties for nicety's sake can't, I mean, what do we know? What have they shown us to be nice but their words?
What have they shown us to be bad? I haven't seen anything wrong yet. Have you? And I'm sure that your mother and sister are out trying to sniff out every small thing that there could possibly be. So I'm sure we'll hear it all over meal. I'm still speaking. I'm sure we'll still hear about it all over meal, but as of right now, I think this might be a great place.
Okay. No, you know your counsel means everything to me, so.
Be nice, unless you don't need to be nice.
I will try.
Beautiful.
Anyway.
While Mom and Dad are discussing that, Qeela and Oga, you guys are trying to find where the council meets, yes?
Well, we were told on the tour, right, where they hang out or
Yes.
whatever? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's go over there. We'll try to look natural. Just like walking through.
Hold on. For clarification's sake, Hoku's going where? Because we were splitting off in 2 groups.
Hoku's going with Celine to go see the art hut.
Is the art hut reasonably close to this other place?
Let's say that, yeah.
Okay. I'm fine with this then.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little village. It's probably not, you know.
Listen, if it's more than like 30, 40 yards, then I'm getting it.
I think Olga's
Sometimes words don't happen with me.
Yeah,
you
no.
need to understand that.
Hey,
by now.
I fully understood exactly what you were going for. It was great.
Thank you.
I do feel like Olga is more on the side of like Hoku is an adult, because I think like her being, you know, being interested in her children being self-sufficient at a young age, of being like, yeah, like Hoku has stepped up, she's moved towards maturity. I think absolutely.
Honestly, we might be talking about that as we go to the hut. Because,
Also-
you know, and I
Well, let
agree
me-
that
let
she's
me-
definitely grown.
Let me add in really quick. Hoku, in the 5 months between season 1 and season 2, is 17 now. That's 3 years older than Oga was. 2 years older than Zoc and Tuga were.
Oh, so I'm hearing she's still a baby. Okay, got it.
And just a few months younger than Qeela was. Go on.
She's, you know, she's absolutely, you know, if not grown. But when I was as old as she was, we know the decisions I made. And she's not making adult decisions.
What makes you say that? I think she is, no offense, my sweet, beautiful daughter, a little bit wiser than you were. And I feel that she has proven
Wiser
herself.
than I was, yes.
Hmm.
Absolutely. 100%.
Then why do you worry?
I just don't. She's incredibly impulsive. And that makes me afraid for her.
You know, it is funny seeing you talk about Hoku in such a way. I know you never had children of your own, and this is a new experience. for you.
Logistically, it didn't make sense. We went over this.
All I'm saying is that it is sweet seeing you get sentimental, seeing the first child that you held as a babe growing up.
All right, you can shove it now.
That's all I'm saying. I have seen it
What are
happen
you-
many times. It does not. I'm not touchy-feely. It does not have an effect on me anymore. It is a part of life, and it is a good thing. I think you'll find that she will have a lot to offer in her adulthood. I'm excited
I'm
to
sure
see...
she's gonna do amazing. I just want to make sure she gets there prepared.
She has done incredible things. Kept her sister alive. Looked out for all of us. She's going to be fine.
I should probably give her more credit, yeah.
There we go. Now let's see what these nasty people are saying about us.
I mean, like, stacking wood up to go in, that's not secure.
Oh, this is terrible. And they, God,
And
they
mud
yap,
piles?
and they yap, and they yap. They do not stop. They just keep some of the thoughts inside. They don't know how to take care of their children. They run amok. I thought...
And you know what? Now listen, I was listening very carefully. The guy said the men would hunt and protect?
Oh, I'm glad you
And that
thought
the
on
women
that.
would
I was
stay
like,
back.
what are we doing here?
Immediate warning in my head. Not okay.
I do, and now that we're on it, I'm not fond of this boring person here coming in and saying that this is the way we should be and this is the way we should do that. Absolutely not.
Trying to tell us how we're gonna live? Come on.
Not going to fly.
No, not at all.
No.
And a whole plate, listen, I understand that parents need their space, but the fact that they put something up kind of like away from the rest of the stuff, not away from the rest of the stuff, but like on its own.
You're not even raising your children anymore. What is this?
It's nauseating.
It is a disgrace. I'm so glad we are in agreement, my sweet daughter.
You guys are
But
ridiculous.
once I agree, yes. We're definitely...
I think this is going to be really good for Qeela and Oga, the mutual hatred of the village.
I'm bonding with my mother. What the fuck is I'm just like her. Oh my goodness.
As you guys go forward, give me flea checks to see if you can kind of speak up unnoticed to listen to the council.
Now, before I roll this, I'd like to ask, in failing to grab Nala, did I get a token for that, or did I not? Because, awesome.
Also, in case anyone didn't see my message, your free traits from that you already have are in effect. You may use them as you please. Tell me again what Olga got.
I got 18. Oh, okay.
Also, did Qeela tell anyone or say anything or do anything further after hearing the fire song?
No, nothing. I'm still looking for whatever motherfucker sang that.
Okay. Well, let's finish up at you guys listening to the council, and then we can see if you locate the genesis of the noise. Great. So, you guys are loudly shit-talking as you approach this, essentially just like a circle of logs around a fire, where some men and women.
Oh, wait, can I use my inheritance?
What would you like to do?
Can I know I just blew up. Could I just downgrade that die and then have Qeela succeed on this?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Boom.
Mother-daughter bonding.
There we
I
go.
love it.
You almost...
I love that narrative.
Yeah. You like almost step on a twig or something, and then I pull you back.
Okay. So you guys are whispering shit talking as you walk up then.
Yeah.
And you manage to you're standing far enough back as you can see them in the distance, and you can hear them. There's a mixture of, like, you see one woman that has a baby with her, some older people, some middle-aged people, some younger people. Seems like a good mix, demographic-wise, to represent the full village. And without me role-playing 7 different people having a conversation, you see that it's basically going back and forth of just being like, yeah, there should be plenty of room. We'll just, if they want 2, then we'll put one next to Xena's, and then the other one right next to that, and that should fit fine. Yeah, do you think we could have that done by sundown? It'll be tough, but they're working on it now. It should be. There's 6, but she's expecting, so there will be 7. But with all of them, if they decide to stay, if them joining and taking a job, then it should balance out with the amount of work and everything. They seem, wary, just makes sense. I mean, Boren, you lived in a cave, so you know what that transition is like. So that makes sense, but
From
they...
cave to chief? Ugh.
Oh, God. Cannot believe it.
Could be a self-help book.
Typical
fucking
man.
gentrified.
Typical man.
You grew up in a cave. You know kind of the transition there, but overall, I think they'll be a good fit. I know they already met the quizzes, and they met your family briefly, and they're going on tours now. I think Celine and Xena are taking them around. So, it's boring. They're just talking about the Qeela logistics of incorporating 6, soon 7 more people into their village.
This is so boring. They cannot even, scheme properly. Gosh.
Maybe. Alright, hear me out. Maybe they scheme later.
You know what?
Maybe they're afraid
You're absolutely
of people
right.
hearing.
You are absolutely right. We should see if they have any meetings past sundown.
Or maybe it's coded, like the bush thing. Maybe it's coded.
Oh, my God, my daughter, you are a genius.
This is a bad place. And did you hear what they were fucking singing?
What?
When we came in, they were just singing. Just standing around, not doing shit.
Oh, yes, I mean, but you used to love my singing growing up, you did not?
Yeah, but we did shit.
Yes, that is true. This dedication to leisure is unsettling.
I mean, if they can't last a winter here, you know, and more importantly, if they have more than they need.
These are all
It
good
doesn't feel right.
questions. These are all good questions. Where is it coming from? Where is it going? Who is it going to and why? How long?
Qeela, you hear music that doesn't sound like it was made by a voice. Doubtful that you would have heard of instruments. I don't even think the Goka had any of those. But
We
some
drummed
kind of-
on rocks, and that was it.
you hear some drumming. And more singing of the fire song. Olga, you hear this too.
Ugh, what is that? This is grating on my ear knobs.
I think. Let's find that fucker. At the very least, see how to avoid him best.
Give me hunt checks, you two freaks.
I'm so proud of my daughter.
Don't call us freaks. We are products of our environs.
That is a 10.
If that is an 8, I blow up.
Yay.
That is a 10. I blow up.
Yay.
I'm in the zone, guys. 18 already. That is a 3. 21.
The dice tell the story. We are just there. Conduits.
You. Qeela, you're at folding turns. And as you guys begin to follow the sound, Hoku. Celine starts to walk with you, and I think, like, Nala, question for you. This conversation that Mom and Zoc are, I don't know why I called it, that Mom and Dad, like he's your stepdad, like that Mom and Dad are having,
He's
talking
Zoc too
about
now.
Mom and Dad's Nala's next thing. She starts calling him Tuga and Zoc. This conversation that Mom and Dad are having, with this lady and who is your new friend's mom, boring or no?
So boring. I don't care about this stuff.
You remember that Hoku was going somewhere.
I think I looked to the boys for a second, debating, before walking out, leaving them there.
Mm-hmm. Give me a flea check. Mom and Dad, give me hunt checks.
Oh, you're not going anywhere, little Missy. Wait, what do I have in this?
I got a 6,
Yes.
which blows up.
Ah,
Fuck, I
roll
got a 6,
again.
which doesn't blow up.
Oh.
I got a 7.
Oh, Nala. That's my little sister.
I got an 11 total.
Ooh,
Hell
nice.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Goku and Celine sitting in a tree. KISSOGO.
Wait.
Mom and Dad take evolution tokens. You're so ridiculous. Okay.
I'm glad I made the jokes subtly enough that it wasn't apparent, but everyone got it. I really appreciate you all.
I wasn't listening, but yes.
Nala, as you wandering off, like, I don't know, let's go see what Hoku's doing. You go back the way you came, Mom and Dad don't notice. And follow you. And That's gonna be so confusing. Now that there's a character named I'm gonna every time I say Anyway, you guys start to go through back the way you came through the streets of village, and you trying to figure out where Hoku might have gone, and you see there's a horde of other children that are playing something. They have a giant stick, and there's like a rock about this big on the ground, and they're like pushing the rock, and then they like get the stick, and then they like hit the rock with the stick, and they're just, like, it's a nonsense game, but they're just a bunch of kids fucking around in a field, and they look pretty aimless, and now I hate to say it, but they look like they could use a leader.
Oh, now I'll walk right up to them.
What do you
What
say?
are you guys doing?
I don't know. We're just kind of hitting this rock with this stick. We don't really know any games or anything, so.
Okay. What if instead we go look at those really weird big animals? All of us.
Ooh, we're not allowed to go to the livestock. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
It's like a 3-year-old just said livestock.
And Nala leads this parade of like 8 6 to 12-year-olds towards the farm. And we'll check back in on your regime soon. But Hoku, you and Celine are walking up this winding path a little bit a ways from village, as the art hut, the entertainment, non-survival necessary area is kind of separated. And you say that you guys have been walking, and she's been asking you a lot of questions about where you came from. And it's just like, so caves are real. You lived in a cave?
Yeah, I lived in a cave my whole life, and then Cave got sick, and we had to. We were looking for a new cave, but we're here now, so maybe we'll stay in village. Maybe we will find a new cave. It's not sick. I don't really know. Kind of gotta listen to whatever Dad says.
How does a cave get sick? I thought they were just like rock.
There were earth shakes, and she couldn't protect us anymore. Started to crack and fall apart, and I don't know. We had to. Oh,
But earth shakes. That's a bedtime story. That doesn't happen anymore.
No, it does. I mean, we wouldn't have just packed up and left cave without a reason to. There were earth shakes are real.
Oh, that must have been really scary. Oh,
Worse. Much scarier.
Scarier than earth shakes?
Yeah.
But I thought cave would protect you like village does.
Not always. There's some things that you can't be protected from. Sometimes you do everything you can and it's still not safe. I mean, cave didn't protect us and we had to leave. We don't have village or cave. We haven't for many, many moons now.
No village? No.
Oh.
I'm sorry that happened to you. Well, at least you're here now, and you don't ever have to live in a cave again, so.
What do you mean? We love cave.
But you said cave was sick.
Yeah. But only at the end. We love cave.
Right, but you said you couldn't live there anymore. But so now you're in village, which means that you don't have to sleep, like on the ground anymore.
Where else do you sleep?
Oh, let me show you. And you guys get the rest of the way. Not like that. Like that. You guys get the rest of the way up to the art hut, and there's people doing all kinds of things here. There's people dyeing, weaving textiles. There's people making
People
baskets.
are dying
People
in the
dying.
artwork.
There's people making pottery. There's people painting. Both
People are
just-
dying. You and Selena are going to fuck.
both on slabs of stone or on the walls or whatever. And you see that there's one elderly person telling a story to kids. And there's some of the people there that are weaving textiles. Celine kind of goes, hey, so this is, here, feel it. It's not as hairy as animal skin is, but it's also a lot thinner and more flexible.
When you get cold?
Well, no, because then you can put fur on it, and then you wear more of it.
Why? Why not just... Isn't it easier to just have all the fur still on?
Well, we stopped using animal skin because it was so thick, and you have to, like, you make it, but then it doesn't grow with you at all. So you, like, with kids especially, you'd have to find a new pelt like every, few moons. But
Yeah.
now they can wear the clothes for longer before they have to be thrown away.
Or you just save the clothes, and then when there's another kid who gets as big as the one was before, you just give them those.
Oh yeah,
You don't
hand me
need-
down.
Sure. That.
Yeah, and you see she starts to show you around, and you guys actually get to sit down and start painting some. She shows you it's not just the mud, the like red clay mud anymore. They've made it different colors by crushing up berries and that kind of thing too.
There's colors.
I know, isn't that so cool? We got to paint some when I was in school, and ever since I got out, I said that I wanted my job to be here because I wanted to paint, and you can make pottery. Have you ever made pottery before?
What's pottery?
Okay, so you know how, like, when you try to pick up water with your hands, you can't because it just falls through?
Yeah.
Well, it's like what the mud huts are made out of, but it's not mud. And you can mold it into a shape, and then you can carry water in it so that the water doesn't fall out of your hands. It's like you guys had those baskets on your back.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of like that, but it's just hard, so the water won't go through.
So you don't need to go to river every time you need a drink?
No, you can have water sitting in the pot and have it like near your mud hut.
There's so many crazy things here. How do you learn all of this stuff? How do you remember everything?
I was born in village. Village is all I know.
You've never left this place?
Why would I need to?
I don't know. I thought I'd never have to leave cave, and then it's scary sometimes having left cave, but I learned some things that I don't think I would have if I stayed.
Yeah.
Well,
that's why we have school though, which is good. They teach us things there too. So, but
they can't teach you everything.
what do you mean? It's their job.
People don't always do their job.
Well, of course they do. It wouldn't be a village if they didn't.
And family isn't supposed to lie. People don't do what they're supposed to sometimes.
What happened?
Nothing.
Do you want to try making pottery?
Yeah, I'd like that.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And-
oh my god.
She shows you how to sit on the little like stool. It's like a cut piece of log, and you sit on the front half of it. And you see that at first she's kind of standing over you and trying to like tell you where to put your hands, as someone else is sitting on the other side and spinning the thing very fast. And you're like not quite doing it right, and you're not quite getting it. And so she goes, "Okay, here," and sits behind you on the back half of the log, puts her arms around yours and then on top of your hands, and does that cheesy ass movie thing where the other person's third wheeling and spinning the pottery really fast, and you guys are shaping this clay into kind of a crudely shaped pot. Hoku, what is your reaction feeling to just feeling this young woman sit behind you and put her arms around you?
Ooh.
Hoku just kind of is suddenly like really nervous and just goes stiff for a second.
Yeah, so what you want to do is, if you really want to put your thumb on the inside of the pot and then kind of sweep outward from there. Here, and she puts her hands on top of yours and guides them where they need to go. Start to make this pot.
Wow, you're really good at this.
I've been making pottery for a while, but it's the first time I've ever shown someone else, so.
Well, you're a good teacher.
Looks great, and kind of doesn't immediately stand up, but as the pot is kind of the best it's gonna get, looks like leaning over your shoulders, like, looks great. Yeah, you're a natural. You guys didn't have anything like this in your cave?
No, we just had the red cave paint I would draw on the wall above my slab of rock where I slept.
Awesome. Yeah. Cool. Let's. Do you want to if your family stays, you should ask about working here.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Because then we'd be coworkers, and we could.
Yeah. I think that'd be nice.
You don't have to answer this if you don't want to. She stands up off the back of the log, starts to clean up the clay, sets the pot over where it can drop, and is like, your family was kind of like, I don't know, they all seemed kind of mad. Damn. That sucks. I think being honest is like one of the best things that you can do. Like even like, I don't know, I just feel like you should always tell the truth, even if it like hurts people's feelings. And like,
Your
I
aunt
think
is
so,
shitty?
too.
Haha, I'm not.
I think so too. I think if the longer you lie to someone, the more it will hurt when they find out the truth. I don't think it's fair.
It's like, you know, when I was younger, I used to think that I was dating the sun, and it's like, that's so embarrassing, right? Like, and they didn't tell me until like 6 moons ago.
Oh my god.
that the sun like can't be dated, and I don't know.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
I thought I was dating the moon until like 2 moons ago, probably.
You guys have moon outside of village?
Yeah, moon's everywhere. We had moon back at cave,
Whoa.
and we had sun.
That's kind of cool that like you saw sun and I saw moon even before we met. Anyway, if your aunt's ever like being a total bitch, then you can I have my own mud hut, so if you want to come and sleep there ever, then just to get away, you totally can. So
Yeah, I'll think about it.
cool. And we'll cut back to all of you in general. Where do you think you're heading next after this stop on your tour? And is there anything else that you want to do?
Is there a wall around village? Was there like fencing? You said.
Yeah, wooden fencing.
We're counting exits.
Yeah.
We are counting fucking exits.
100%. Fastest exit. And
We are getting a mental map of everything.
yeah, and maybe like where they keep the food and like what the supply looks like.
Yeah, the food
We
situation.
want the full rundown.
Yeah.
Food situation is there's gardens, and in the garden area, they have bins and that kind of thing that they store it in, the produce in once it's grown. And it's some people's jobs to just tend to the gardens all day. And when people need food for their families, they just come and get it out of the bins. And it's just kind of an honor system that you'll take what you need and nothing more.
Just
the
grabbing a whole
livestock.
ass carrot. What the fuck? What is this?
What is this?
The livestock is not to slaughter. They have like 2 cows. So you see that like the horse is what you guys would know, used for pulling and plowing. And the cows are used for milk. So chickens for eggs. You guys haven't seen any of that yet, but you the players can know. And yeah. Guys.
So they're essentially vegetarians.
You remember they do go hunting,
Okay.
just not the animals that they keep here.
Right. Okay. I mean, I am truly speechless. This is a mess.
Okay.
I mean, they're just leaving the food out.
This is, I mean,
You guys.
I have to.
So cool. I'm kidding.
No,
I know.
no.
Your characters are miserable.
We're being silly goofy. We're being silly goofy for comedic effect.
Olga, as you and Qeela are walking around going, oh my god.
I'm
Olga,
bonding
give
with
me
my daughter. Her berries, well, I have to imagine, though I've never partaken myself, must taste much better than whatever they have rolling around in these baskets over here.
Olga, give me a hunt check.
Let's go, mama. Let's go.
Dear Lord, this one just looks like a dirty rock.
It's a potato.
That's a 10.
10. As you guys are walking, Qeela, you are distracted. You guys are still following the source of that music. Haven't found it yet. But Olga, as you guys are walking, you see there's a group of elderly people, senior citizens, whatever, that are sitting in various places around one fire. And also worth noting, like, you guys see a real fire now, not just like a half burnt out thing. Kind of exciting, but it's just a more lively version of what you guys saw before. And you see that some of them are sharpening spears. Some of them have textiles that they're weaving. And just so they're doing some kind of sit down work, peeling food, peeling potatoes, that kind of thing. And But then you look over and you see one old person sitting by the river by themselves. You don't have to do anything with that, but you do notice that
Tell me about him.
Yeah, so you see old man, like probably a little bit older than you even. Gray, white hair sticking up all over. Wearing, the same kind of rags that everyone else is, textiles that everyone else is. And just sitting, knees up, elbows on knees, staring into the water. That's all you can see from behind.
All right. I'm gonna stay with my daughter for now. I might investigate that later.
Cool, no problem.
I might make a comment of like, oh, lonely and ugly. Can you imagine?
Incredible.
I mean,
So,
I'm only ever one.
Oh, stop it.
you guys walk. Qeela, you eventually find the source of the noise, and you see a young preteen-ish child banging on drums and singing it under their breath.
The most ire I could muster in a glance.
Can I see if I notice this?
No parents around? What is
You
this?
can roll to see if you notice this. Qeela, if you're trying to hide it, give me a flee check.
Let's see here.
Oh, we can do hunt.
Sweet.
You notice?
Ooh, 15?
That's a 1.
Take an evolution token.
Thank you.
Yeah, you notice Keela's salty glare to this young child.
Probably a little bit more than what I would expect for someone being annoyed with a child. Qeela, does this sound upset you? I can break it if you like.
Don't break a child.
I mean, I was talking about the little thingy that he was hitting, but I mean, if you want me to break the child, I can make a...
I just said don't break the child, alright?
Okay, whatever you say. What is
I don't
wrong?
know, it's just the song, it's just gross, It's a gross song.
What I've
And also,
known...
Fire, they don't have it, chained. They've got everything else in, what's behind sticks, but the fire is just kind of out, and that can't be safe.
Would I know Agoka's song?
I'm going to ask you to roll whatever you would like to argue means history to see if Qeela has ever slipped up and sang it around you, if Agoka ever sang it around you. I mean, you guys knew Agoka.
Can you do wisdom? Could I do...
Yeah.
Okay. I only have an 8 in that, so...
I'll say give me... Let me see what I'm going to make you get. Oh, motherfucker. Get out of the dice tower! Okay. Tell me if you get a 4.
I got a 7.
Wow. Olga, you remember one time that Qeela came back and visited after Agoka and them left. And her left. And I don't think you've ever told Qeela that this happened. But Keela's with Dad doing something. Agoka came back as well. And Agoka told you that they thought they were going to have a baby. And don't tell Qeela that I told you because we're not sure yet, but I think it's... I don't know. I just have a good feeling about it. And I'll sing them the fire song and the lullaby when they get here, so...
Oof. Okay.
And
I think you'd also notice that Qeela generally brings gross as a word out the most
Mm.
with things. Qeela doesn't say gross. She tends to go for more multi-syllabic words when she's not pleased with something.
but yes, Agoka told you that. Like, we're not really sure, but we think so. And when at the time when you didn't know what the fire song was, Agoka sang that first half of it for you.
Okay.
And didn't tell Qeela that they told you this. And no baby ever came of it.
I'm gonna take my daughter's hand and meet her eyes.
What?
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 Are you okay?
We are leaving.
No.
We're leaving the village.
No. You're close to breakthrough. I can feel it. This song,
You don't care about feelings, you care about survival. Right?
If I am going to keep my children around, if they are going to like me, I am going to have to get in touch with these feelings. You have all made that clear. I recognize the song. You have been off since we've got here. For more reasons than
Where the
just
fuck did you hear
survival.
the song? Really? When?
When you came to visit and they said that you were going to have a child.
I am sorry that you were lied to.
I don't.
Give me an insight check, you fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Deception and insight, whatever you want to call that. 2 mate checks, I guess.
Yeah.
You wench.
Both mate, you said?
You win.
Both mate.
11.
If I spend every token, I get a 5.
You fail by more than 5 then. You remember everything that Brug used to use to really nail into Qeela and know when she was lying. And you catch all her tells. It's a bad lie, too.
It's full.
My eyes are getting worse as I age, but they are still useful. I am not blind yet. Qeela, I have not been the mother that you needed or deserved. But please help me to be one that is worthy of you.
You have kept me safe, and you've kept me alive, and you've taught me so much. The kids need you more than I need you right now, and the kids need me more than you need me right now.
It is funny. You and your father have the exact same tell.
The people here are gonna think we're freaks if we're just standing around talking.
That is all they
Well,
do
maybe
is
not.
talk.
They seem to do that. Seems to be happening a lot.
That's all they do. They are useless. All they do is yap.
Well, then why would we be like them?
Because we can do whatever the fuck we want.
They wanted to. Didn't work out.
I am sorry.
They were more upset.
And how did you feel? I know I'm getting better at this, can't you tell? A lot of Tuga lecturing me.
What went through your mind when I left?
I was angry, I felt betrayed. I took it a little too personally. I was sad, I was grieving, I was missing you.
Yeah. You know... Alright. You know when... Dad kissed you for the last time, we'll say. And it's a fond memory, but it hurts. I was not unhappy, but I was far from pleased.
As someone who is chronically unhappy, I can certainly understand that.
But we don't talk about this with anyone else.
No, absolutely not. Oh God, we would never hear the end of
They
it.
would not. Oh my goodness. Never.
I'm happy to keep it just between us, my sweet daughter.
Especially not Hoku. She'll fucking kill me.
I know that she is lashing out now. And, for good reason, but she will come around.
Yeah, I just gotta wait it out.
You two are very like...
That's what I'm scared of.
Yeah, I don't think you have to be too scared.
And also this cute. Why is it so big and just not behind anything?
I know, it's just out in the open. It's just so dangerous. It's just...
And why is this kid so close to it?
Oh,
Like,
God.
that's not...
And so loud.
As you guys descend
I
back,
can't do this.
I hug my daughter. Big
as
hug.
you guys descend back into your normal shit talking, and Mom hugs
Crying.
you. Crying?
Very subtly. Crying subtly.
I'm hugging my daughter.
Oga, actually. I think you feel a little bit of like a little bit of pride in this moment, as Qeela's opened up to you. You're getting another piece of the puzzle that you've been trying to unravel for 10 years. But you feel like you did what Brug would have done. I mean, you feel good about, in your own special little Oga way, but you do feel like if Brug was here, he would have said something like that.
That feels good.
And as you're hugging your daughter, you think back to to his last night alive. Just almost a year ago now, but let me ask you first, do you think that Brug would have liked this place?
I think begrudgingly she would have to if she's being really true to herself, yes, because Brug was always good with people and Brug always got along with people. He was always very trusting. It was a good thing about him, but also incredibly flawed thing about him. So I think even though Brug would like this place, she's still very cautious of it for the reasons that like and why her and Brug made a good couple of like he was always very trusting, she was always very skeptical, and because of that they kept each other safe. So I do think even though Brug would like this place, she would still feel similarly to the way she does now.
Yeah. You think back to Brug's last night alive, back in cave, to this weight pressing down on your chest as he suddenly rolls over on top of you on your little cave slab, bed, whatever, and leans in very close. Do you think that anyone would notice if we snuck out?
With our creaky bones, it would be a dead giveaway, but I don't care.
Meet me outside. And you see, he gets up, and as you start to head towards the front of cave, he actually goes back further into it first. And everyone's in various states of asleep, but Brug comes over to each one of you, asleep or half asleep, or maybe lying there awake, and leans down and gives you some. And Oga, I think you remember thinking, like, okay, you've been kind of weird. This is a bit much for a random goodbye. Goes over to each of you sleeping, leans down, whispers something in your ear. If you were any kind of awake, you'd hear some variation of, I love you, my dear. Kiss on the forehead. And he does that to each of you. Climbs up, does it to Hoku on top of her ledge. Down to Nala and Tuga and Zoc. Qeela. And then, okay. I don't think any of them are awake. And follows you outside. He goes, well, I think I know a place. You trust me?
Always, my darling.
And starts walking you upstream some. And you see that he's kind of doing that, like, funny, I'm pretending like I don't know who you are, kind of flirting. It's like, you know, it's funny, I never see such beautiful women so close to my cave, but, I don't know, where are you from? Where did somebody like you come from?
I am from far away. I'm just wandering, only passing through for the night.
What if we only have tonight? And you guys head further up river to a waterfall that, in comparison to the one that you guys met at all those years ago, is pretty small and pretty pitiful. But he kind of goes, well, this is not the one we met at, but beautiful anyways. He steps into the water here, and again, I think Oga at the time even is like, what is he doing? Like, we have random little, you know, romantic sexcapades to bush sometimes in the middle of the night, but we're a million years old. We don't run upstream in the middle of the night. And he's just being so strange and sentimental, and he steps into river, puts a hand out to you, and he goes, come swimming with me. Don't slip this time. I do not know I will be able to catch you.
I do not know if I'll be able to keep stable as it is. Hold on, let me hold the ground. And she kind of like scooches down, like keeps her butt to the ground.
It's harder now to stand in a waterfall. What? We're going to sleep together in the water, please. Our bones would break. This whitewater rapids. He leans in, kisses you, very slowly, just savoring it. I'm satisfied.
Good. I mean, I'm not yet, but I'm sure in a few moments that will change.
My darling, I mean, growing old with you. It has been many, many years, and my bones ache, and I know you have noticed that I slow down. I'm weaker every day, and I want to be around for a very, very long time so that I can take care of you, take care of our children, our grandchildren, and Tuga. But I think that you know that this is probably our last trip to Waterfall.
I hate when you talk like this.
Olga. He leans in and he kisses you again. He pulls you closer to him. And he goes, what I'm telling you is that if the long sleep comes sooner rather than later, you will be okay. And, I just don't want you to feel blindsided when it happens. The worst thing that could happen is that I leave and I haven't left you prepared.
You're not going anywhere. It's not about being prepared. We have survived far worse than this. You're sticking around because I want you to.
Olga. He presses his forehead to yours. He goes, if it were up to me, I would be around until doomsday, but I don't get a choice. And you need to, if it happens sooner, you need to be here for our children. You can't disappear.
I don't know if I can do this without you.
Well, I didn't know if we would be able to travel across the world and find a cave and start a family and be happy, but we just did it. I'm not going... I'll be here. And he touches your chest. I'll be here. Touches your head. If you need me, you just call for me there, but... I can feel it, Olga. It's coming.
I hate this. I will love you forever. And I will try to bring your love once you're gone.
Your love has sat with me through my entire life. It has got me through the worst things that have ever happened to me. And it has brought on some of the best joys I know. Tonight, I want us to enjoy the river. And then we'll go back to cave. And we'll lie down. And I'll fall asleep in your arms.
My sunshine. My stars above. Whatever you need of me, I will give you. It's the least I can do.
I hope I'm wrong. And he kisses you once more, and you stay at River for a while, and eventually you go back to Cave, and you lie down. And Brug falls asleep in your arms. And Olga was forever changed. And that's what you think of as you're hugging your daughter, and you've just successfully channeled the advice that he would have given.
She keeps it together.
And you continue with your little shit talking. Tuga and Zoc. Give me hunt checks to see if you notice that your little girl is missing.
Come on, give me a second.
Nala,
Jesus, guys.
Nala, give me flee checks.
Come on, guys. I have big plans here.
Okay.
He's seizing means of production. Come on.
It's a 7.
Nope. 4.
Before we cut to Nala and see what she's up to, what is Zoc and Tuga's conversation? Or, I mean, it doesn't have to be about village, or what are you guys doing that you are so engrossed in whatever you're doing, talking about whatever, that you don't notice that Nala's gone?
I feel like probably the most realistic thing is like Tuga's probably sitting down somewhere out of breath.
Yeah.
And she's just like,
Zach found a big leaf and he's fanning her.
We've got to be getting close at this point. They won't stop kicking.
As you say that, give me a fire check.
Bruh.
Bruh.
What does Doc say back as Tuga's lamenting?
He says, bruh. No.
Rock fall, Doc die.
Rock was the first. Zoc, Rock. Zoc puts his hand on her stomach to feel the kick.
She got a 10.
Just like, I don't give a fuck about your sweet moment.
No, you heard me. I love that.
Yeah, you feel the little baby kicking against your hands here. And
He's a fight like his dad.
Tuga, it's more pain than just kicking. It shouldn't hurt this bad.
Actually, not right now.
What do you mean?
Man, they are kicking more than usual.
What do you mean?
Gosh. Well, Zoc, this is a bad time, but I think the baby wants out now.
He immediately is picking her up and running to the anybody nearby. Like he's yelling for help through the village. Just
Calm down, it's not that big of a deal. I swear.
not that big a deal.
It's fine. Calm down. We've done this before.
Was it fun the last 2 times?
Well, I'm the one that has to deal with it.
Oh,
Please tell me to hear this.
Just screaming.
you want to know why you don't hear this? Because what you do hear is whatever Nala's doing. We cut very briefly.
Nala is trying to open whatever is keeping the animals in the pen so that they can run free.
Jesus
give
Christ.
me a. I'm gonna say strength, a club check, DC 10, and use your ability to lower since you're causing chaos. And you see, like, some of the kids that are following you are like provoking the animals, and so Qeela and Oga, you do hear the cows and horses making sounds of distress.
See, they don't even know how to take care of their animals. What a disgrace.
I've got a 4, and now I'm blowing up.
Awesome.
And then... That's another 4. Use my
8.
ability for the +2.
So 10.
Gives me 10.
Wow.
Do you blow up again?
I don't know. Do I blow up again there?
Because it's a 6.
Yeah, you're adding 2. So yeah, blow up.
Okay.
So roll again.
Oh my god.
Are you adding 2 or subtracting 2 from the DC?
Oh, what does it say? Does it say subtract 2 from DC or add to the roll?
It says add +2 to any check.
Hell yeah.
Roll again.
Zach, don't try and rules lawyer
I'm
against
trying
your
I
to-
was gonna say,
I
Nolan,
don't
did
wanna
we have
make it
homework?
chaos.
Did we have homework?
Detroit, did we have homework last night?
I was trying to get us healing, you bombs.
What in my diorama?
I was trying to save the livestock
Isn't
in
this
my
Civil
wife.
War?
Oh my god.
It's a 16.
Woo. What are you? I imagine you're kind of barking orders. Right.
I'm asking them how their parents get in so I can figure out exactly where to go, and then I'm having them lift it and move it. As they'd be like, look, just here. This'll help you swim, guys.
And yeah, they get the gate open, and one of them like slaps the animal, and the horses and the cows gallop out into the village. Zoc, as you carry Tuga into like the center village to find somebody, you see Nala, followed by many children, and you did not notice that Nala was not with you anymore, followed by many children and livestock running into the center of the town square. Oga and Qeela, you guys turn the corner right as this happens, so you can see them run into the town square.
Oh no.
And Hoku, you don't hear anything. I'll get to you in just a second though.
I'm too busy flirting.
Zoc, you see Xena is standing right near the childcare area. What's wrong? Oh my god! And her husband Gron is here now, and he's like tall guy around the same height as Zoc, shorter length,
No.
dark hair. No, he's not. And he goes, "What the hell?" and starts to run over to try to mediate the livestock situation. Xena goes, "Okay, what's happening? Is baby coming?"
Baby is
Say
coming.
that.
Okay. Let's take you to the medical hut. You can take his help, or you can just do it yourself. So come on. Meaning like you don't have to have other people that you don't fucking know in the room while you're having birth.
That's up to
She's-
my wife.
She has Zoc carry her to the medicine man room, and this guy's weird as fuck. He's like like eccentric as fuck, and he's like, "Ah yes, as one life leaves this plane, so another one enters." How may I best assist you, my darling? Shall I make myself scarce? And he does like a backflip or some shit. He's like,
Do a flip.
He puts his legs behind his head. Like a yogi.
"How may I best assist you? Would you like me here, or shall I make myself scarce?"
How about you
Honey?
leave? Like now.
Very well. He does a backhand spring through the window.
We can engage in birthing time.
And you see that Xena slides things off of a slab of rock so that you can sit down. And she goes, "I'll go find the rest of your family." And Zoc and Tuga, you guys are alone for just a moment as, yeah, pain's getting pretty bad.
Ooh, what timing?
I'm gripping my wife's hand so hard.
Well, this would be a great time to finalize those baby names that we were trying to figure out.
Yeah, sure. If we can distraction, I guess, take your mind off of it.
Yes, distraction. Come on, talk, Zoc, talk.
Talk. Talk. That's a good name, right? Talk.
No.
Zoc Jr.
I believe we decided we would use that thing up there. Is that we decided on Yara for a girl.
Yeah.
And God, what was it for the boy? Oko or something.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect. They're beautiful.
Yeah, glad we figured that out now.
Jesus, Mary, I don't know what to do.
How about we stay calm? We've done this before.
Yes. Yeah.
It's fine.
We breathe, right?
I am breathing.
She's so hot. And the sun is just starting to dip below the horizon. And yeah, Xena finds Oga and Qeela are just standing right out there going with the livestock thing, and she goes, Oga, Qeela, it's now Tuga's giving birth, so she's in the medicine hut.
Get out of the way, and I push her.
I'm not in the way.
We
Open road.
bowl her over. Like,
You guys,
you know in wrestling when it's tag team and they like clothesline a person? We're as close to that as we can be without it being assault.
Oga and Qeela rush into the medicine room, and again, Tuga, Xena has told you it's your choice who's in your room, so it's up to you. But your mother-in-law and sister-in-law into the room.
I think she's made it very clear that she doesn't want any random people in here. She's up pacing around. She's like, we've done it fine, just us before. We don't need anything else right now. I know you want to help, but now is really not the time.
I'm gonna rush up to my sweet, sweet daughter-in-law and hold her face and go, "Oh, my darling, when did it? Not worrying about this. Qeela, I need pelts and I need clean water, please."
Already happening. Got water, got like anything I can grab in here.
Beautiful. And how are you feeling? How's the pain?
Well, like got a baby. That's why are all the children so difficultly big? Gosh, it's all your fault.
She looks up at her 6'5" husband.
Xena comes over and her husband wrangle these livestock, put them back in the pen, and Xena grabs her children and Nala, tells the rest of them to get lost and go find their families. And Nala, Xena, the lady that was talking to your mom earlier, and your new friend's mom, goes, I don't know if they want you in there. Were you there? No, you're the youngest.
They probably don't want me there. It's okay. I'll go back to my army.
Ooh, that seems worse. Okay, go to the, you're going to the medicine hut, and if they want me to take you somewhere else, I will. Xena stands in the very doorway and nudges Nala into the room a little bit, and is just gonna wait to see how you guys react. And if you tell her to get lost.
Where is Hoku?
I don't know. I wasn't with her.
She's in the art building with Celine.
Fetch her, please.
Absolutely.
I got it.
I beckon Nala in. I reach my hand out for her.
But Hoku.
You don't need to go with. Come here.
Nala reluctantly walks over.
Nala, I think you realize, however you might feel about this, based on what they've told you about what it would look like, when the baby was about to come, that unfortunately, the baby's about to come.
Nala's just stewing in silence, standing next to her dad.
All right, enough chatter. Too much talking. I don't need this right now. Where's Hoku? Is she okay? I haven't seen her since. Oh, Nala.
I've sent that nosy
Nala?
lady to go fetch her.
Hi, Mom.
No, nosy. She's a nice person.
Yes, I'm sure she is, my darling. You just sit back and relax.
Hoku, Xena comes and finds you, and she walks in, she goes, oh! She sees you and Selena in the art building by yourselves, sensually making a second pot. Your mother is giving birth. The baby is coming.
Okay.
Celine kind of like, oh, go, yeah. Let me know if you need anything.
Okay, yeah, I'll see you at some point. I gotta, bye. And she just takes off.
And a minute later, Hoku comes back in, Xena finds her family and leaves.
Hoku, please, you should be here for this. Come here.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh. Hey, Hoku, dear, glad that you're all right. Everything's going quite well, as we just haven't even spent one night here. And this is great. No, this is fantastic.
Hoku, what is on your hand?
I don't know what it's called. We were making a thing. It's not important, Mom.
Okay,
Mom.
yeah, cool. Later.
Oh, clean it off. You're going to need to help with this, and I don't want you dirt hands
Okay.
touching your mother.
Sorry. I
Germ
go
theory.
and I clean my hands.
Disgusting.
Your dirt hands.
All right, so I've got cool pebbles if you need cool. I've got pelts. I've got water. I've got bear. What do you need?
I just put the pelt here. Just roll it up like this. Oh my god. Where were those things? Those things that you put on my head. What is that called? I want that now.
Oh, the cool pelt, the cool water on her head. Zoc, put it on her head now.
And then I think she just finally tries to lay down, and she's just trying to stay as calm as possible.
It takes a few hours, but everyone relatively knows what to do. This is not their first rodeo, and if Nala's just kind of standing there and being angry, you're working together generally as a family. And as your first day in village comes to close, as the dawn hits, the world has a third Ugg child. Tuga, your baby is handed to you. Oga begins to clean the baby up with a piece of cloth. Tuga, all of you now know it's a boy. What will you name your baby boy as he's placed on your chest, sobbing, screaming, crying?
Oh, it's okay. We made it. Now, we could have chosen a better time, but I would never be mad at you. You're so beautiful.
I forgot how loud they were. He'll fit
Zoc
right
has
in here.
tears.
Oh.
He has your eyes.
More tears.
Oga, it's not lost on you that, like that weird guy said, as one person's soul leaves this place, another enters. And, Oko, I believe meaning blue. Your blue butterfly is reborn, and the Ugg family gets another man. Yeah, what's everybody doing as this new baby comes? You know, a little bit of time here passes. The baby stops crying, and it's all cleaned up, put into, I guess, some kind of whatever caveman babies were.
I think Oka's gonna, because during the birth, I feel like Oka really wanted Hoku to like be a part of it and like learn the hands-on, like learn the trade and learn the craft of like, you know, what it takes. And I want to throw that to MJ and be like, how do you think Hoku would handle being in a situation that's more high stress, where she's being forced to learn something that really quickly, that is kind of terrifying, but like really important?
I think Hoku would immediately lock in. After everything we went through traveling here and almost losing Mom once, she's not gonna let anything happen to Mom and her new baby brother.
Yeah.
So
I think Oka would be really, really proud of Hoku in this moment, and I think just further affirms her idea that she's all grown up. Puts her arm around Hoku. You did incredible.
I tried my best. Thanks, Grandma.
I think I know your father and your mother are not so eager to see you grow up, but I think you're well on your way. And I can't wait to see the woman you become.
Yeah. We gotta go meet the new baby.
Give your mother a moment. She's going to hog him just like she did the rest of you.
Okay.
What's Zoc doing?
I think. Well, I'm definitely like waiting on my wife, hand and foot. I'm like anything she needs, but I think I'm also waiting for the right moment to like ask her. I want my daughters to hold my child.
You haven't held your child yet.
Oh well, I'm holding my child. Like as soon as she's like willing to give it up. You know what I mean? I'm just waiting. This is her. She's in the driver's seat.
Tuga?
I think that she's just holding him for a bit and just smiling and looking down at him and just says like, we're so happy you're here. Everyone wants to meet you. And she just kind of looks up at Zoc and says, I think your dad wants to hold you. And
so badly.
And then she hands him over to Zoc.
Zoc has had 3 kids now and still doesn't really know how to properly hold an infant. He's like really stiff about it, but he's like so proud. And more tears. He had just stopped tearing, like just stopped crying.
Zoc, your dad talked to you before you had kids about, you know, you used to be able to fit in the crook of my arm. And to never forget that, you know, you were his little baby boy as you grew up and had children of your own. Oko fits in the crook of your arm.
You will always be my baby boy.
What's Nala doing?
I'm trying to kill
Nala
the baby.
is watching from the sidelines as everybody fusses over this new baby, and all she is thinking is that it's the grossest thing she's ever seen. Like, she won't step near, she's just right up against the wall watching.
I keep like trying to call her over.
She's not budging.
Nala, don't you want to meet your brother? You're a big sister now, just like Hoku.
I can meet him from over here, it's okay.
It's okay to be scared. I know you haven't seen anything like that before, but one day you might have kids of your own.
I'm not scared. She just kind of
Okay.
sits down.
Well, Later then.
Okay.
And I think that Tuga is just like a little disappointed about it, but she also just kind of had a baby, so she's like, for another problem for another time.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Zock's
I
holding the
don't-
baby. I don't think Qeela said anything yet.
When I have a moment, I know how this works. They've got a surprisingly okay setup here, so I've laid everything out that might be needed in order of when I think it might be needed. Once that's done, which it's been done for maybe hours at this point, try and sidle up to Hoku. You did really well. Your sister looks antsy, and I was going to invite her to throw rocks in the river with me. I was wondering if you might like to go with. Obviously, it is your decision. I will not force you, but I'd appreciate having you there.
I think there's still adults needed here to help Mom.
All right. Well, you're doing a great job, and you know what? I know you'll keep doing a great job. I'm really proud of you.
Okay, Qeela.
Now,
Get a
you wanna
rat.
put big rocks in the river?
Yes.
All right. Let's let them rest.
Nala's already
Qeela.
gone.
Qeela and Nala run off the river. Ooh, I think they might need adults here. Ooh, that's good.
That's good. That's so good, MJ. MJ's had some killer lines. The rock made of lies. And still gets it's like
Killing
so good.
me.
Yeah, Zock, you're holding Oko, and you see that your eldest daughter and your mother are still here and are the only ones that are still here that haven't held the baby.
Oh
And
yeah,
you
well
saw
I call.
Nolan. Qeela left.
I think I call Hoku over first. I know my mom understands.
Please keep it. They're squishy and stinky. But very cute. But so very cute. I love them.
Yeah, Hoku comes right over.
I'm like, oh my god, a bug!
What? In your ear?
Dog.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
No way.
I
No
think a
way.
stink bug flew in my window.
Oh. Ew.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry. My condolences.
What a moment.
Yeah. You never
Great.
come
Put
back from that. Bugs in the orifices.
It's the worst. I mean, I have my headphone in, so it's fine. In the orifice. Hoku, do you want to hold your brother?
She needs a minute.
Give her a second.
I just started coughing and it made me laugh more.
I don't know where it
Getting
went.
really
but
gathered in their
Holy shit, bro.
masses. Bugs are flying in orifices.
we cut the session there. Hoku, do you want to
Stop
hold your
it,
brother?
Nolan.
I'm
Anyway.
muting myself.
Yeah, I do.
And I handed the child.
I held Nala a lot when she was a baby, so I know to like support the head and hold him. I look down at my little brother. I think Hoku also starts to feel like even more of a sense of responsibility now that some of her family is considering her an adult in the family, and she doesn't just get like a little brother to have fun with and play with this time. She is going to be a part of helping to take care of this baby, just like her grandma and her grandpa and her aunt were, along with her parents. She's going to kind of take on more of that role. And I think that kind of just starts to sink in for her as she holds her baby brother.
With that beautiful sentiment, as Tuga is resting and Qeela's doing some damage control with Nala, and everyone else is meeting the baby. Oga meets the baby. As the Ugg family meets baby Oko, their first day in village, we end session 1 there.
Today's episode is brought to you by A Rock of Lies. Would you like to, I don't know, make your niece feel good? Maybe maintain the joy and innocence of childhood? You can do that with A Rock of Lies. Now, be careful. Experts do not recommend that the Rock of Lies persists. Lies is still around within 3 to 5 business days. Please contact the physician. Rock of Lies is not right for anyone. Please consult with your local medicine man, be he sane or no, about whether or not Rock of Lies is right for you. Side effects may include sneezing, wheezing, coughing, dying, losing all hope, losing all joy, hating your fucking aunt who's just trying to help you, god damn it. Rock of Lies. Hey gang, thanks for watching A Childbirth. This was episode 1 of season 2 of Journey from Cave. If we're keeping that name, are we still? I don't know. You can, write comments, subscribe, like. You can, tell all your friends about this. And I think you should, because you know what? Someone died, someone was born, we've made even. So let's kind of get this on the upside, make it better. Tell everyone about this and watch more. It's going to be so good. We might have another death. We might have another birth. We don't know.
Wow. Awesome.
Qeela's had a 3-year pregnancy. She's still on.
Bye!